All
Hey,
right.
Candy girl.
What's going down, Shannon? What's going on? Thank you everybody for joining another episode of the Candy Show. Check this out, guys. We are doing some big things. We're starting some things tonight. You know, we're gonna just go ahead and get on into it. First of all, let me say once again, thank you so much for tuning in another episode of the Candy Show. Please, if you are not following the Candy Talk Show on Instagram, go follow that. That is Candy Talk Show. If you are not subscribed or if you don't have your notifications on, go to the YouTube channel, capital C, Candy Productions, number two, capital C, Candy Productions, number two. Oh, you know what? Don't forget about the website. You know what I'm saying? So the website is www.candyproductions2.biz. All right. Okay, I got my guest on here again today, Miss R&B Shannon. What's going down?
Hey, girl. Hey.
Oh, man. All right. Tell me a little bit about how your weekend go real quick.
My week.
Your weekend.
What's going on this weekend or last weekend?
Last weekend.
I'm trying to get the light and
I see.
I don't know.
How did your weekend go?
Last weekend I didn't do nothing at all. Literally nothing.
Okay. Well, that's cool that hey, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. So
I mean, I would have preferred to be doing things, but unfortunately I was just at home.
Cool.
You know.
All right. Well, was there anything that stood out to you this weekend since the last time I talked to you? Anything?
No, I've kind of been like off of social media. I've been trying to prepare myself. I'm going on a trip next weekend. So if I stay home, then I won't go eat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm staying home so I don't go eat. I did go to this vegan restaurant that I like to go to last Saturday. Well, no, it was my first time going to this vegan restaurant called Chi Chi Vegan over by me, and it was really good. But I'm just really trying to stay in the house so I can get these pounds down, you know, because the more you out in these streets, when you don't have any self-control, the more you eat. Man, and it's so easy to pull up and get you a bag of chips or something like that. And I can't be in a swimsuit with a gut. I'm not like all these other girls who like their guts. I don't like it.
Man, okay. I swear I'm the same way. And it's like you don't want to have to go out every time and suck it in. So let me just say that. But you know.
Right.
But so let me tell you what I seen. And once again, guys, thank you so much for joining another episode of the Candy Show. This is the Candy Show. It's a little impromptu, you know. We talk about anything and everything on here. And if you have not looked at the bottom, call 317-455-4913 and get in on this conversation. So, hey, you know what? We're welcoming any and all comments. Speak what's on your mind. But let's be honest, this is social media, so we kind of still want to keep it, you know, we want to keep it real, raw, and natural, but, you know, we still got to keep it a little bit, you know, little
censored.
Yeah.
A little censored.
Well, hey, I'm gonna tell you what. So back then when we did the Candy Show, we didn't care if you were censored, but you know, I want to make sure that this is still, you know, for everybody's ears. But some topics are not for everybody's ears. So let's just put it out there right now. All right. Okay, so let me tell you what I saw this weekend real quick, Shannon. I was in Arby's drive-through downtown Indianapolis. I'm eating on some food and drive-through. Why did I see this? And I'm looking over and I see this guy. He looking over and I was like, wait a minute, there's another person in the car. So now I see him doing it. I see something like this. You know what I mean, right?
Oh my God. In broad, what time?
Girl, it was Saturday around 4 p.m. Girl, in broad daylight.
4 o'clock?
Yes.
4 o'clock? Daylight?
Girl. Yeah. So this girl was
They couldn't even wait till the sun went down. Jesus.
Man, I was like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? Broad daylight, could you not? And then what's funny is I think he thought that I saw him, so he had the nerve to back the car up just a little bit out of my eye view. Like, dude, I done already seen her go up and down. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Ew.
The things that we see, the things that we see.
Gross. I would be the first one to say disgusting, gross. I'm getting ready to throw up. It's ew.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold
Ew.
on. So, why is that gross to you?
Because it is ill. He was probably at work all day. He probably had been to the gym or anything.
Oh gosh. You're not daring? You're not daring? Come on
I'm not doing that.
now. Well, okay, not that specifically, but this leads me into the conversation.
Okay.
Right now, I know sex, hey, this conversation may not be for the under something years old, but just letting you guys know, we'll talk about sex today. And
Okay.
so sex. Whew. Now, I started out talking about seeing someone actually do some wonders
Fellatio.
in the in the car. But check it out. I'm trying to figure out how do we, and I know we're still in a pandemic, let's be honest, it still exists. But we're kind of post things. How do you actually have sex right now? How do you feel comfortable about doing that right now with everything going on? I mean, I love sex, but at the same time, ooh, it's different. Like it's literally different pre-pandemic than it is now, because now we have to deal with COVID, monkeypox, and whatever else. How do you move?
Tyrannosaurus Rex Pox.
Oh my
Whatever name they about to come up next. Anything to try to make us take this vaccine, girl. They putting all kinds of stuff out here.
God.
I mean, that could have been her husband. It could have been her boyfriend. Could have been her hookup, her maintenance man. She could have been a prostitute. Just never know. Her rent may need. It's the first. She may have been trying to get a rent paid. You just never know. People still out here doing things to get their rent paid. I mean, people are still out here like that. So you just never know the situation. I mean, I'm all for like if you're in a relationship or whatever you choose to do, that's fine. But it's not for everybody. And so that's why we have opinions. And it's good to have conversations about things like that because, you know, not everybody feels the same way. It's not a bad thing to some people. Some people it is a bad thing. It's just so many different ways to look at that one particular scenario. But sex right now in the pandemic, I mean, random sex now, that's weird right now. But with your man, your partner, you know what I'm saying, then that's different. But random, you can't even have a mosquito bite. I'm like looking like, what is that, a mosquito bite? What is you can't keep your eyes off mosquito bites, pimples, nothing.
Wait, that's so funny. Because I swear, I came up with a bump last week and I'm like, are you kidding me? What? But I know I haven't really been, like that. But so I have to preference this for the simple fact that in the very beginning, I couldn't even think about, because I'm single, I couldn't even think about dealing with anybody during the height of COVID, so other people are different. But it's like, how do I move? Again, I said this again. I'm living the single. So it's like, how do I move with trying to get back out there? Like, it's very hard for me to do. And so just for topic of the conversation, I don't know if you know this or not, but Shannon, so I literally have still been abstaining since shortly before the pandemic. So you know how long that's been. So it's
Yeah.
like, how do I do this?
How do you go back?
Yes. How do you go back to indulging and having a good time? And I know that's just, there's a lot of people that really didn't care about it, don't care, been pent up, want to do some things, want to get back to life. So I'm just trying to figure out, how do I move around being able to get back out there? And I don't know.
I mean, I think it's going to take you meeting somebody that you feel is worth it. You know what I mean? Like, because it is a sacrifice if it's something that's important to you. You know what I mean? So it's like you kind of are willing to sacrifice more when you care about somebody and somebody cares about you, when you guys have did everything to make you feel safe and protected, you know. And I mean, that's not even with just COVID or monkeypox, but with anything as relates to, you know, sexual activity. A person needs, they owe you, you know, they have a responsibility to make you feel protected and make you feel safe in the situation. And I feel like the way to ease back into it, it's going to be with somebody that is worth it, not just some random or some old dude that you used to mess around with that's trying to come back around. Or
We ain't even talk about that.
ew, I'm sick of them. Lose my number.
Girl, okay.
Ew.
That's again another reason why I chose to abstain, because I'm just like, ugh, I can't deal with it
Ugh.
anymore. It's exactly, that is so such. That's how I feel about past relationships. They're not doing it for me, you know. So
It's not worth it because you already know. And then on top of that, it's like, if you and I didn't work, and I know how long we haven't been together, you would be a fool to think this person is just walking around life sustaining himself, you know, and not dealing with women or whoever he can get, whatever prostitute he gets, whatever Melissa he can pick up from a
girl, you are
club.
You are
No shade towards anybody named Melissa, but I just like to call people random names when I'm talking about women. Ew, like, lose my number, please. I don't like you anymore. Who cares about your new girl?
girl, okay. Come on now. That was one of the reasons why I chose to start abstaining, because I felt that the selection that I chose was not the best for me. And it
Me
just so
too.
happens that the pandemic hit, and I'm like, okay, now I'm cool. You know what I mean? Because this is another way to rid that past relationship or people or whatever the case may be. I mean, you know, so it's just like I'm cool off of that. So I'm actually going to switch it back a little bit, because my thing was, I'm actually bringing back from our last week's conversation just a little bit, because we talked about, is R&B dead? And we talked about the feeling and everything lacking a feeling. I want to go back on a statement that I said. I said that nobody's making albums anymore, and that's actually not true. I really can generalize that statement, because that's, for the most part, a lot of people are doing just the singles, but there are some really great, dope, full albums out. You know, I just recently had the opportunity to interview a couple of different R&B groups, Rough Ends. Girl, top to bottom, every song in there will keep your attention. And then also Men at Large. Come on now, top to the bottom. So I have to make sure that I give it out to those people that do have full albums out that you can get right now, and you can check it out right now. I just want to make sure that I just didn't say, well, there's not one person out there, when there are. So let me just get that a little bit straight for you guys. Anything you want to say about your conversations that you had last week, your comments. We had some comments. You were doing some commenting back and forth with one of
Yeah,
them.
it's always a figure of speech. It's just like somebody saying black women are angry. Of course, we know all black women are not angry. It's just a figure of speech. It doesn't really mean that you mean everybody that's making music ain't nobody doing it. It's just a figure of speech to me. Like I say, um, you know, he got a whole wife. He might have a wife, but she might be his whole wife. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a figure of speech. It's like, that's what I feel. Because of course people have bodies of work. Of course there are women R&B singers out there who are doing music that is not promoting high intense, highly objectified sexual innuendos. No, they don't even do innuendos. They just say exactly what they mean. So of course there's some women out there that are not doing that. I mean, what we were talking about, we were talking to the ones that don't. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody felt like, no, that's not true. I know this. Yeah, of course there is, but we were not talking about them people, because and more than likely, like the ones that are making that music are not being heard.
And that's where the biggest issue is because I've had this conversation before, and someone would say, no, there is XYZ out there, but that the problem is that you're not getting that push like you are with some other types of artists. You
Yeah,
know,
they're not being heard
they're not being heard. They're not being heard.
unless you're Beyonce, unless you're her. Don't get me wrong. I listen to some of hers. Her is different. Okay, I like her body of work. She makes great songs. You know what I'm saying? For her, the market that she's being put in front of as a poster for that market. Okay, but of course there are people. Toni Braxton. Well, Toni she's making a little ratchet music too, a little bit, but at least like uh she has a mixture. Some of it's ratchet, some of it is sexy, some of it is just she's saying Fuck, she's saying all these words in her music. You know, she probably could have kept them out, but to each his own. You know, and I understand people want to be creative and artistic. Beyonce does it. I mean, but Beyonce has such a variety of music. You know, it's like you can't say anything about Beyonce music. Plus, Beyonce promotes herself as a grown, mature, married woman with kids. Boom, 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 boom. So she's not trying to sell herself to children. And that's the difference. And even though like people like Meg the Stallion, whoever else, they might not think that they are not selling themselves to children, but they are. It's the kids. And it's not their fault, but at the same time, there's some level of responsibility. Like, we just want a variety. We don't want every single solitary song that you come out with, because you are the star now. You're the black girl that these young girls are looking up to. They like Beyonce. They're not looking up to Beyonce anymore. You know what I'm saying? They like Beyonce, but they're looking up to Meg the Stallion. And this is, I'm not saying just Meg the Stallion, but they're looking up to her.
I can
And I
imagine.
feel like
I can imagine that there's got to be some weight of responsibility on there. I mean, because at the end of the day, it happens in every generation of any kind of music. Doesn't really matter what music you listen to. Somebody knows that you cannot be on this earth and not know that people are looking to your music to heal their soul or for some kind of guidance or something like that. So, I mean, at the end of the day, no matter how young or old that person may be that's in there, they're listening to your music. At the end of the day, you just imagine what the responsibility is. And some people don't really care. It is what it is. That's just the music industry. Um,
mm-hmm.
Okay, so once again, guys, thank you so much for getting on here on this live. Make sure that you follow the Candy Talk Show Instagram page. Make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube page, Candy Productions 2, capital C, number 2, and Shannon. Okay, we're gonna switch off on here real quick. We're gonna get back to talking about sex. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
After we just bashed the whole community for making records only about sex.
We talked about.
It's okay.
What's your favorite position?
In Color Improv Show. Hey there. How are ya?
Hey, we know who that is. We know that's Marcus Head. Make sure you guys are following him. Make sure you are following right there. It says right there, In Color Improv Show. That is the letter N, not I-N, but the letter In Color Improv Show. Got some good things coming up. Make sure you follow Marcus Head too as well. And I'm sure he will put that information down there if he's still on here. Anyway, so let's get on back.
Okay.
What's your favorite position, Shannon? Because mine is doggy style.
I'm sorry, Mama.
Well, how did she have you? Because I ain't gonna lie. Girl, was she dropped off by what is it called? A pelican or something or whatever?
Stork.
Stork.
Yeah.
Well, hold on,
Okay.
guys. Hold on. She's got a little teasy, a little embarrassed. Okay, we all grown. That's right. So listen, since you want to chime on in, you know you can join us. Call right now, 317-455-4913, and tell us what your favorite position is. Go ahead,
Oh my
Shannon.
God, somebody named Jesus for Life just joined in. Yes, Jesus for Life.
Oh, nothing about your
What a
name.
great entry.
So it's
Okay,
funny.
so I would have to say for me, just regular missionary.
Okay. All right. Oh, what we got a caller. Hold on.
Oh God. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now caller. Tell me your name and where you calling from. Oh, well, we got hug up on. Okay, now. All right. Okay. All right.
Hung up.
You hug up.
Yeah, so I would say missionary. The reason is because it's just the most passionate to me. I mean, especially if you like somebody. If you like them. Now, if you love them, that's even more passionate. But it went other ways, it just make me think of pornography. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, y'all.
Oh, goodness.
I like missionary. That's my favorite way. I do have 2 kids, so it's no secret. And I am damn near 50.
Come on now. Come on. We all grown up.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, I learned a few things over the years. But missionary is the favorite. Because it's just more passion to me. Because you're just so in tune, like especially if you like somebody, if you love somebody, you know, the entryway to your soul, every entryway to your soul is being penetrated when you're missionary. Your eyes, your nose, your mouth, of course, your human nature. So it's a whole different thing for me when you're doing it that way. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say something, and you know, again, sorry, Mom. But if I don't really, I'm not gonna make it like I ain't never having random. I have had random, but I don't like to do it missionary with random. I don't want you looking at me. I want you trying to kiss me. Now let's just Come on, get it. Come on. Do what you need. Let's do what we need to do. Keep pushing. But
That's
all that looking deep in eyes and stuff, like if I'm not, because stuff does happen. You can't be put in a situation sometime to where it just happens. But you're not about to get on top of me. No, that's not gonna happen.
girl.
Your belly and mine. Your belly and mine.
You're
No.
stupid. Oh my gosh. You're so stupid. You know, and see, I think that for me, and see, for the most part, I ain't even gonna lie, because we talked about it last time. You know how you were talking about what can you do with a 2 minute and 30 something seconds song?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see your finger. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, we're gonna get to that. Okay, so check this out though. How long does it really take for a real session to really happen? Men can't go long. So a 2 minute and 30 second song might be appropriate.
You know what? If somebody get over here talking about some 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you are liable to leave here penisless.
You're so stupid. Guys, I know if you hear this, check it out. If you're on this live, make sure you chime in. You can call right now. Call right now. 317-455-4913. And you know what? Call now, right? We're right here. Call now. Shannon, so for me, because I've learned now I'm just say this, because I've learned to know how to keep my feelings out of a situation. And if I know that this person is not, we're not going to be a long-term situation, I'm not even in for it, like you said, like you were talking about. Missionary is a different, it feels different. It's a different situation. But
it is.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Doggy all day long. Boom, boom. You know, go ahead, get in there, handle your business, and bye. You know, because I just be wanting that feeling. And if I want that feeling, then I don't want any conversation. I just, you know what I mean? Bye. I've actually had somebody tell me, dang, you acting like a dude in this situation. Of course. Because why? If I know that maybe, just maybe, you have a girl, or maybe we've already discussed that this is not going to go anywhere and we're just going to be intimate partners like that. Why do I need to stay? Why do we need to be hugged up? Why do we need to be all of that? No, because it's not like that. You know what I mean?
And then when you're doing that, you're opening up the door for feelings. Then you start caring about like what they're doing and stuff like that. I actually prefer just not to do it. You know, I know that sounds really lame and crazy, but I just prefer not to do it, because especially if it's somebody that I like, I prefer not to do it, because if we do it and it's like a terrible situation, even if I like you, it changes the dynamic of everything. And so if I really like somebody, you're not getting cookie, because it might change the whole dynamic of everything. And if I don't like you like that, you're more prone to do something and keep it moving.
So now,
because you don't care.
So do you understand when people say that prostitutes are important?
Yeah, they are.
It's just like I really didn't pay attention to that until some guy said that, and now really.
Wait, did I say they are?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I want to renege on that. I don't know how prostitutes are important. Are we being prostitutes when we? No, because we're not getting paid.
No, but so listen. I like the question.
Okay.
Just because you might not be getting paid monetarily, your time is worth just as well. It's like it's important. So no matter what, you have to have a time. You have to block out a time frame for somebody, whether it's your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be, jump off. You have to block off that time no matter what. So you are getting paid and you are paying someone in time. Now, anything else after that, this is just my thought. Anything else after that is a bonus. A purse, jewelry, some more time. You know what I mean? What? A dinner, money. It's a bonus.
Is it?
Yes, it's bonus. How many times have you
And
heard?
what? Okay, you're saying that's a bonus,
Pay
but in
twice?
what situation is that a bonus specifically?
Because a lot of people feel that their time is worth more than money. So at the end of the day, if I give you 5 minutes of my time, I could have been spending that doing something else. So if I give you that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, however long it takes us to hook up and get our situation on, that is valuable to some people than money. That,
Okay.
hey, they could be with their wife, but they with you.
Wife.
I'm
Don't come over
confused.
here if you got a wife.
What you say?
Don't come over here if you got a wife. If you don't want Clarissa to know, don't come over here. Don't come knocking on my door. Don't inbox me. Don't text me. Don't call me. Don't show up at my job. Don't approach me at the grocery store because I will tell Clarissa, Jamie, Rhonda, Lisa, all them gonna know about you. So I didn't have my fair share, and no, I don't want nobody's husband.
Whew.
Ooh, it makes me sick to my stomach.
I'm laughing.
It's a dirty, rotten, filthy thing to do, to be married and to go out and be sleeping with other women. You know what I'm saying? And they be the ones that'll do anything to you. They ready to do anything to you and got a whole wife at home. You know what I'm saying? And are gonna leave and go to that whole wife after they've been with you.
Okay, amen. That's right. Well, I never am on one side or the other because I have to say this. Women are doing it too. Women
Yeah.
are with their dudes and they might not like them. They might just want something else different.
Yeah, they do.
So, I mean, it is not just a man that's doing, women are doing it too. Women are
Yeah, women are
cheating.
cheaters too. The thing is, I don't really know because I don't know how to feel about the women doing it because I don't sleep with women. So I don't really know. I don't really. And then, the weird part is I don't really have sex conversations with my friends. Do you think that's weird?
You talking about friends like girlfriends like you and I?
Yeah, girlfriend.
No. Well, no, because sometimes you don't want to know that your girlfriend is into whatever she or you might be into, and it kind of be like, ew, okay, that's TMI. We cool and everything, but that's TMI.
Okay. Okay.
You
So
know.
that's not weird that me and my friends don't really have conversations like that.
So that means somebody said, "Hey, boo, hold up, love." I don't know if that's for you or yeah.
That's Kevin.
Oh, hey, Kevin.
Hi,
Um,
Kevin.
I know we gonna we doing this thing right now, but I'm gonna tell you what, we are definitely going to continue this. I will say this, I don't think it's all that weird. Um, but it is weird when somebody tells you something that you was like not expecting to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know somebody that tells me, and I'm just gonna say it like this. They tell me, female, oh, they masturbate all the time. They use that toy all day long. I'm like, ew, I don't want to hear that.
All day?
Well, not all day long, but you know what I'm saying? They use it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all grown, so you already know at some point we've had to have indulged at some point doing something. But it's like,
Right.
do I want to hear it? It's
Mm-hmm.
weird. Let me tell you something about this. Speaking of masturbation, and we're gonna actually kind of leave it there a little bit. So, according to this article, says She the People, the Woman's Channel. It says masturbation helps women understand their bodies closely and find out how and what gives them orgasms.
Okay.
No,
Oh, Jesus. No, I'm just kidding.
you,
Let me quit acting like I'm 14. Okay. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people. So one thing about women, I know now women are becoming more vocal about their um sexuality.
yes.
You know, it's not so taboo. I think the problem with some of us, let's just say me, I grew up with my mom and dad together in the same house. We didn't we knew our parents were doing things, but it was like I think a lot of black families can concur or can agree with this, but sometimes like black parents didn't show a lot of affection. They were not kissy, touchy, feely around the kids. And so that's why as adults or growing up, for some of us, it makes it a little hard to have those conversations because when I was younger, my parents were not all lovey-dovey, touchy-feely, kissy-huggy, laid up with each other when we were growing up, and so, but I know some people who have parents that were like that, and they're very open and free with their sexuality. And so, and sexuality doesn't only mean your preference, it's just how you like to describe, it's your idea of sex, whatever makes up sex for you. But so for me, even though, I know coming into this that we were going to be talking about sex and things like that, however, it's still, I didn't realize that I would feel this way about discussing sex. And then it makes me think about how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? Like we were raised, it wasn't a lot of that shown, even though you knew it was happening, but it wasn't shown. And I hope that people that are raising kids now show their kids, you know, emotions and feelings and being not sexual around your kids, but, kissing and hugging on each other, loving on each other around the kids so they don't feel so awkward about having conversations about it like me.
It's interesting you said that because my parents was behind closed doors. Whatever they did behind that door was closed. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. But it's definitely something we need to talk about because it's out there. We can't even control it anymore. One other tidbit I'm just add from that article. According to a survey, nearly half of adult women use sex toys or have used them in the past. So I've seen a lot of women, again, like you said, we're becoming more free. It's a lot of ourselves is we're no longer in that closet anymore. We want to feel pretty. We want to feel sexy. We want to be able to be in there and join in and actually feel good about ourselves instead of letting a man make us feel good. So it's like, how can we're losing if we don't know ourselves, if we don't know what makes us tick. So, I just thought we kind of just touch a little bit on that. Well, you already know it's that time. It's that time. So, anything you want to say to anybody out there, Shannon? How do you want to wrap this up? I do want to say, I definitely want to end with a positive note. So if you want to do that, fine, unless you want to kind of recap what we talked about already. We talked about some positions. We talked about sex with your girlfriends. We talked about masturbation a little bit. Anything you want to say? Any last minute words?
Well, we got 8 whole people on here watching us now. Sorry. That's pretty cool. I would just like to say, again, coming off us having a live interview last week when we talked about promoting sexuality consistently in the media through music to everybody, I want to backtrack a little bit and say, it's okay to be confident. Hi, Carlos. Oh my gosh. Hi, Carlos. That's Carlos Guerrero.
Hey, Carla.
Baddest composer, name it in the business. So anyway, when I first got my start here in Atlanta, one of the first bands that I ever played with Carlos was Keys, the MD. So hey, Carlos. So anyway, but last week I was saying that portraying it like in a negative way, like being that open about your body, what you think about your body, how you want to feel, what positions you like sexually, what you want a man to do to you, what you want to do to a man. Like, I know those things. Last week I was saying I felt like it was too much of it out there. And the reason that I say that is because the platforms that they're out there on, the children have access to. You know what I mean? So I just feel like even though it's kind of not your responsibility to make sure that you're putting some kind of positivity into the children, at the same time, it's okay to express yourself sexually. And I think that's part of the reason that we're having this live today, is to kind of clear up some of the stuff that we said last week, to also kind of explain that, we're sexual women. We don't have a problem with people actually going out there and doing whatever, saying whatever they want, but just do it with a little discretion is all I'm saying. Be open, be free. I'm free. I'm free from my body. I'm free from my own mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, my own thoughts that kind of tear down your self-esteem and things like that. Because a lot of times your self-esteem, whether it's how you feel about sex, how you feel about how you look, how you feel about what money you're making, this, that, or the other, it all comes from your own thoughts, your own projections. But I'm free of those things. And I just urge everybody to just become free and find out how you can do that. And if you don't know how to do that, ask for help. Because it just changes your life. It makes you accept you for the person that you are. It makes you be able to say exactly what you want, whether it's from sex, whether it's your job, a person, a friend, place, thing, whatever. And that's just where I'm at now. Now, I'm not going to lie and say I don't have some, hesitation about discussing sex openly, because I do. But it is a thing. And, we are women of a particular age. We have, somebody will be crazy to think that as fine as we are, fine, girl. I can't even show you. Fine. Ask somebody. As fine as we are out here, that ain't nothing popping off. Something's popping off. Hey, but when I wanted to.
Exactly. Here you go. Exactly. And seeing that's it too. Because as you get, in my opinion, I know for me, so that's how I'm speaking for me. As I get older, I'm finding a way to control things better. I'm not letting someone pressure me into that environment. I'm going to do it when I want, with who I want, and how I want. Period, point blank.
Yeah.
So,
period, point blank.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much. Listen, this is just the beginning, guys. Make sure that when you join in, or you don't even have to be on the live. Check it out. Just make sure you stay tuned. Put your notifications on. Go to and make sure that you are following the Kandi Talk Show on Instagram. Follow the YouTube page. Subscribe. Put your notifications on. Capital C, number 2 at the end. Kandi Productions 2. Then, if you want to, go ahead and put your notifications on this, because I really don't know when we're going to go on, but we're going to go on again sometime soon.
I mean, I'm here for it, long as it's Thursday after my hair appointment, because, I got to get my hair laid on Thursdays, boo, every Thursday, get my hair done. I'm in for it.
Hey, you already know, this is the natural, this is the raw, this is the real, uncut, unscripted, and unexpected Kandi show. Guys, make sure you stay tuned. Put this number in, lock it in your phone, 317-455-4913. If you're not on here today, next time. We want to talk to you. We want to hear your opinion. I want to hear what you have to say about the things that we talk about. All right, guys. So what? Okay, I have a caller. So let's see. Let's see how we're gonna do this. Oh, well, they hung up. All right, guys.
Something must be wrong with it then.
I bet you I can call somebody right now.
Or maybe we can make them go. Can you do like 3 people on the
Yes.
live?
Yes, but this is what we want to do. We want to make sure for those who don't want to be on the video, they can call 317-455-4913. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is your girl Candy, and that is who's on there? You, R&B Shannon. R&B Shannon.
What? What is it?
This is your girl Candy, and that is you are dumb. You are so stupid. Oh God. Again,
R&B Shannon.
This is what I'm talking about. This is that raw, that natural, that real, the uncut.
And my shoes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.